Okay, basically, like you said in the opening, an asteroid hits Yellowstone National Park. It doesn't cause a super eruption like normally would happen if it erupted by itself. It does cause enough eruption to where it's spewing ash all over and it's spreading across the eastern part of the United States. Well, when this happens, the president activates what they call the walnut scenario, to where the ground is set up for emergencies like this. They can all these people be invited to go in this underground complex and survive any apocalypse that's coming. So he activates that, and then gets this doctor, and his family involved. They call him, and he gets his kids out of school, and they take off trying to make it to this secret facility. In the meantime, the main character in the story, Marcus Hunter, he's a retired volcanologist, and he's got this big sailboat, and he gets his grand getting into trouble. She's 14 years old, living with her grandparents, and she's getting into trouble and stuff. So he files custody papers and gets her and decides to take her on this trip on his boat. Invites his other daughter and her daughter along with him. So she doesn't want to go. She hates being there. She feels like she can't get any reception on her phone, and her world is just completely going crazy. And she hates him and hates everything about the trip. Well, as they go on, she starts learning more about the family and starts finding out that, well, this is not so bad after all. And along the way, they meet well, anyway, while that's happening, the people on the International Space Station are watching what's happening with the Yellowstone volcano, and they want to get out of there. They get permission to leave in the escape capsule. While they're heading for the escape capsule, all of a sudden they get bombarded by micrometeorites, and it starts tearing up space or the International Space Station. And only two people make it off the escape capsule. They splash land in the Pacific Ocean, and wouldn't you know it, Marcus Hunter and his family are there, and they see him come down, and they go over and rescue him. And then they learn that Yellowstone has erupted, and they didn't know anything about it. And so they're headed south to get away from the northern hemisphere. On the way, they meet pirates that try to take over their ship and steal it. And then also they get down, he's had this plastic bottle on his bookshelf for years, and he got it from an old lady he met in Peru. She told him it was magic water and not to drink it. Well, while he's on this trip taking these people south, all of a sudden the water is gone out of the bottle, and they see a scroll is in there. And so they take it out, and it's a map. And they follow the map, and it takes them to this river that you can only find if you have the map. And so they hit up the river, and they have all kinds of things going on while they're going upriver. And then in the meantime, the other families, they're going through the ashes trying to get to this facility. They run into all kinds of problems. People starting to steal their money, and you have to get in a firefight with people, and they're having a hard time making this facility because everybody's trying to kill them and get there themselves.